And we're live. Hey, everyone. It is Wednesday, October the 13th, 2021. Just 2 more years and we'll have a Friday the 13th in October. Hope your day is going well. The dark half of the year is upon us. The veil between the living and the dead is getting thinner every day. Anyways, yes, very scary. I'm here with my buddy Android.
Hello.
How's your circuits today, Android?
They're performing.
Okay, good. No, you did do that?
Malfunctions.
No?
Yeah.
You do a SysX or anything? No, okay. And this is the Half in the Bag and board Hangout podcast thingy. Make sure you have a drink like I do. And I'm gonna need this because what a freaking day. No, I'm gonna say fucking. I'm gonna say fucking day because I made this. Make sure it's not meant for kids on YouTube. Over half of my order. Remember last week I had about 15 books damaged. Corner Crunch. This time 25. Over half of my order. This, folks, are all damaged, and I don't have a big order. Literally, here's my good stuff. Here's my damaged stuff. I'll show you with some of which one comes out best. Maybe this one. All the books have something like that. Oh, where's that Moon Knight? That Moon Knight was the worst. Oh, even the big thick Hulk 50s. Final of the Immortal Hulk run. The big crunch in the corner. Either in that corner or the spine corner. Even that couldn't. Come on. You get the drift. There it is. Look at that. Awful. But where's that Moon Knight? I wasn't thinking that's the one that had the worst. Where'd it go? Here it is. Look at that sucker. Let me get my face out of there. So, God. So yeah, thanks, Diamond. So tonight's bag and board is going to be very short because I literally only got like maybe 12 books here. But so yeah, so in lieu of this situation, because otherwise it'll be like a 50-minute hangout session with just bag and boarding those, I have dug up a bit of I want to say research. I guess research. I closed all my windows. Great. Hopefully I can bring them back up. Yeah, just some articles we'll discuss. Restore a previous session. There we go. There we go. We don't need that one. But here, and forgot to set this up. I know all the fun stuff. Yes, tech window. This one here. Share it, carrot. All right, there we go. Actually, don't want that. Let's do it like this. And let me get rid of that stupid movie thing. All right. This one will probably have the same thing. Well, I might as well start off with this one. Jake Gyllenhaal is teaming up with Extraction director for a new comic book movie. So the word has it that Liefeld's old Image book, Prophet, is going to be turned into a movie. I don't know why. It's not really. Basically, those books are like dollar books. Like I had to dig out of my dollar book bins, except for Youngbloods #2, the pink cover. I had the pink title version. That was like a $5 book. Now it's up to 15, and the $1 book's now up to 10. But yes, so but yeah, I don't know. He's gonna have the big poofy hair.
Horrible.
And it's awful. But
awful 90s.
But I think they kind of redid him later on in the series.
Did they?
Yeah, like redid his There's a look, but yeah. So
But who was reading it?
I don't know. Let's read what it says here. In 2019, Jake Gyllenhaal, played Mysterio in Spider-Man: Far From Home, who became one of the best MCU villains in recent years. I don't know.
Gyllenhaal?
I didn't really like his Mysterio. Did you finally see that?
Yeah, that's no good.
I prefer classic Mysterio, not this.
No. Terrible.
Yeah, I agree. Like the best villains in MCU has been Thanos and Killmonger. And that's about it, really.
Batroc.
And Batroc, yes. French Canadian.
Yes.
The
mighty Saint Pierre.
Thanks to the character's evil plot, a multiverse of madness may even pop up in the next Spidey installments. Looking ahead, Gyllenhaal had just signed on to be part of another comic book movie, this time based on Rob Liefeld's John Prophet, who was graced the issues of Image Comics since the early 90s, but has yet to be seen in a movie. Now, this was been talked about for a while.
Right.
But I didn't realize, I think it was going to be a TV show originally.
Oh, okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal, will play John Prophet in an upcoming movie titled Prophet with Extraction director Sam Hargrave helming, per Hollywood Reporter. Rob Liefeld, who is best known for his co-creating Marvel's Deadpool. Co-created? I think he's pretty much created.
I thought he was the sole creator, but
yeah. Well, that brings up another thing about creators on in another topic I have here.
Oh,
It's kind of interesting. He's also the author behind Prophet, a man who volunteers for a German experiment near the end of World War II to feed his family and in turn obtain superhuman strength. So Prophet sounds like a cross between Wolverine and Captain America, considering he wakes up decades in the future thanks to his superhuman powers to find that the world has moved on past World War II. His daughter has grown up, and KGB agents are after him to create a super soldier from his blood. Now, why would we think after World War II, since a lot of the German scientists and stuff went over to the States and Britain, that did any of them go to Russia? Because
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, because that would it makes sense more if the CIA or something like that went after him, because they might have might be in the works that they're making their own super soldier at the time. But that's just my thought.
Right.
Just from reading this, I never read Prophet.
Well, I believe at the time what I had read was that they used some of this. That there was a Nazi SS officer, highly placed, that was running like a spy network in Russia.
Okay.
And his bargaining chip, he had two of them. Was one to get those scientists over there,
right,
and the other one was to maintain the spy network in Russia.
Okay.
I had read a book about it some way back.
Okay, so maybe all right.
So that was his way of staying out of prison. He should have been in prison.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's your thoughts about Prophet being turned into a movie? See, there's I don't know if you can see that, but I think it's the most recent rendition of Prophet where he doesn't have the big hair. Have you seen Extraction? No, I think I have. I believe that's the one where they kidnap a suspected terrorist and put him in like a Guantanamo Bay type of black, what do they call it? Black
site.
Yeah, exactly. And interrogating him. And Jake Gyllenhaal plays the interrogator. But yeah, so Prophet coming to change that up here. There we go. Is this here? This is the variant cover. This one survived. I'll show you the normal cover if I can find it. It's even worth finding. There we go.
Was there a Marvel? Was there a Dark Horse Republic comic? There was a Dark Horse Republic comic, but was there a Dark Horse
No, this
High Republic?
High Republic is a brand new era
Brand new.
that under the Disney
Okay.
umbrella that they took they had like a big story group with all the authors from the novels and the comic books and all that.
Like a workshop.
Yeah, and they came up with this whole because they wanted to do like kind of a High Republic, or not High Republic, sorry, Old Republic kind of show,
right.
Without being too old.
Right.
Because I never really got into the Old Republic because I thought like even the video games and stuff, a lot of people rave about it and all this stuff. But to me, just
was that Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the technology looked way more advanced than what was in A New Hope, and to me, it should have been less. And but yeah, so this I haven't really read any of the High Republic. I heard good things about it. But yeah, it's let's look at some of the art here. Yeah, there's no. From what I recall, there's like the bad guys aren't Sith. They are like almost like a pirate gang called the Niles, and very colorful. Well, yeah, it's this is the damaged one. Yeah, I haven't really got into it. I should read them.
Being a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Well, they started filming Mandalorian season 3.
Okay.
That's good. And later this year, Book of Boba Fett's coming out. So that's looking forward to that. And Internals are coming out. It's coming out. Like actually, some like review previews are starting next week. There's some of the guys I watch on YouTube that are getting to see it.
I thought, it was really good.
But yeah, apparently people are like raving about it.
Really,
yeah, there might be Oscar and contentions and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, contentions. That's the right word. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I gotta check chat here. There's a comment. Oh, it's just Stream Elements. It's one of my services I use for hook up Twitch and stuff. But yeah, it's very cool stuff. Now 76 of the Amazing Spider-Man. Now, the new Amazing Spider-Man series is back to 3 times a month. So because we already got 75 just a couple weeks ago.
Too much.
Or last week? Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
And so I love that cover.
That's cool. And one beside it.
Yuk, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's apparently from a cards, Dusko or something like that.
Dusko.
Yeah. And this was his too. The Goblin. I don't know if you saw that one.
I saw that one.
Yeah. But yeah, this is number 76. Wells, Gleason, and Menez, Beyond Chapter 2. So for what I recall reading the synopsis and other people talking about it is that because what's his face, the clone? Neil something?
Oh yeah, they bring the clone saga.
Yeah. Him and Spider-Man were together, but there was this like blast from something that made Spider-Man sick, but because Neil's caution was thicker, was able to withstand that blast. I don't know if it's like a nuclear blast or there's some sort of heavy blast or whatever. So yes. I thought I had more than one of those. Maybe. Oh no, I sold one earlier today. That's right. Yeah, it's quite embarrassing when someone comes in to buy the new issues and you haven't even opened the box yet. You open the box, getting ready to show them, getting all happy and stuff, and like, nope, and basically just throw them off to the side. It's awful.
And apparently, Penguin is no better.
No, and yeah, and the reason why I haven't gone with Penguin House is because I don't really order that much Marvel. I mostly get Image, Dark Horse, and Boom. And a few Marvel I do, it's not really worth going, paying for another distributor and luckily I just for, saving 10%. But luckily I didn't because there have been so many complaints about the way Penguin has been shipping the books. Like people's whole orders were destroyed.
Yes.
Like
Captain Comics.
Captain Comics, yeah. And a guy YouTube, I forget his name, wears like this orange toque all the time, and he's got like a little face on the toque. Economy and Comics, I think his YouTube channel. Anyways, he owns a comic book store too, and same thing. It's like all his stuff was damaged, and they showed the picture of the corners was all like rubbed and like frayed, and like this looked like it got wet and then rubbed. Wow. The fibers are all like coming off it. And,
yeah, that's how those stacks were.
Yeah. So I don't know if they had a flood or something, or
yeah, just terrible.
And
they're super wavy. Right?
Yeah.
It's like
like
sustained water damage.
Even some of these, it was a.
I'm not saying they did. It just looks like.
Yeah, it was one of the dark. Well, maybe just one of those. No, they look fine now. Anyways, one weird. Maybe it's just this one. I don't know if you can catch. This is the one with the smashed up corner. But if you see if I can catch the normally Marvel comics are pretty wavy. But I'm not gonna get the light. No. No, a little bit there. Okay. It doesn't show there, but in normal light it's a lot worse. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. So go ahead. I don't know why I even got the third printing, because they still have tons of first printing still. Variant covers, I guess. I don't know who did that cover. I don't know if I like it. Anyways, next book on the list, Kang the Conqueror, issue 3. This is the variant that survived. Story continues. I think it's a 4-issue series. But number 2 went crazy for some reason, just because of the Renslayer as Moon Knight at the beginning. Spoiler alert, they haven't read it. I actually liked how they actually draw him in this now. Yeah, because he always looked like Kang, looked like his face, though the blue was part of his face, like he was an alien. But here they actually show you with flesh eye holes in the mask.
Oh, right.
So that's because I always said it's supposed to be a mask. So if you could see that there, move it up a little bit more. So getting a little bit more realistic, which is good. I don't know if that like eventually becomes his face over time. But yeah. Kang number 3, variant cover survived.
Is that a miniseries?
Yeah, it's a miniseries. I think it's 4 issues. Only one of them survived. Yeah, only one of them survived. I'll show you the cover for the other one. Yeah, there's this one. Get mixed in by mistake, maybe. Oh yeah, this one's not too bad. What do you think of this one? Well, I look for the cover A. Here's cover A. I like cover A better, like in Doctor Doom. I think the very top corners have been.
It's on the back side though.
Oh, to the back?
Yeah, if you look at the back corner there, it's not too bad, but
No, yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, it's a little bit there. It's damaged. But yeah, that's again fun damage. Where are you? Anyways, you guys get the drift. Yeah. So the other news, the co-creator of Venom, David Michelini.
I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, there was a bit of a. Apparently, Venom was originally supposed to be female.
Oh.
Because the first appearance of actually, or the hint of Venom, I should say, can't really say it's a cameo because it's just an arm. And there's what was Spider-Man number 18, where someone pushes Peter Parker on the subway tracks, and he didn't take like his spider senses didn't go off. But when you look at the picture, it's definitely like a female arm. But apparently, that is supposed to be Eddie Brock, or who Venom was going to be.
Right.
Another symbiote. And
Edith Brock.
Edith Brock.
Edie Brock.
Oh, Archie.
Edie Brock.
But there was a little online, we'll say, debate between Oh, here we go. Where is it? Yep, here we go. Fanboy Rampage. Let me bring this up so the people at home can see. At the stream. There we go. Fanboy Rampage. David Michelini versus Eric Larson over Venom creation. But David Michelini is the co-creator of Venom. He was writing the Spider-Man comic books when he came up with the idea of someone else becoming a host for the Spider-Man sentient alien black costume. But the journey from that moment to the first appearance of Venom, drawn by Todd McFarlane in ASM 300, was a twisty-turny one. Todd McFarlane is often given credit, the greater credit for Venom, and sometimes takes it himself. And with the release of the new film, David Michelini wanted to put the record straight again on Facebook, he wrote. Sigh. I guess we'll be faced with a reoccurring disagreement every time a new movie featuring Venom arrives. Last time I posted a lengthy thesis explaining my viewpoints and opinions, the many definitions of creator and creation, then ending by saying that in an effort to decrease misunderstandings, I was going to henceforth try to refer to myself as having originated Venom rather than use the C word. Didn't work. So this time around, I'm going to pare it down. I'm simply going to ask two questions and then provide the only two answers that can possibly be true. Question number one. If Todd McFarlane had never been born, would Venom still exist? Answer, yes, because someone else would have drawn him. Question two. If David Michelini had never been born, would Venom still exist? No. Simple as that. Argue amongst yourselves if you wish, but I've had my say. I'm done. So I went on. Then Eric Larson, who basically is a clone of or wannabe Todd McFarlane, and developed the Venom character further with Michelini, including pointed and monstrous teeth, saliva, and prehensile tongue, disagrees with the former writer, saying, "I vehemently disagree. If credit goes to a person who started with a blank page, then credit for Venom should go to whoever dreamed up the alien Spider-Man costume designed by Mike Zeck and Rick Leonardi. You didn't start with a blank page. You started with an instruction manual. Todd McFarlane added a stringy, gooey transformation process. He gave Venom claws and made Venom appearance progressively more monstrous with bigger jaw and sharper teeth. And he visualized Eddie Brock from the ground up. Would Venom exist without Todd? Not the one we know of. Would Venom exist without David? Not the one we know of. But once there was an alien costume in existence, which was spurned by Peter Parker, it was inevitably that somebody would don the costume. And since evil twins is such a storytelling staple, a character like Venom was pretty much inevitable. Hell, Gregory Wright mentioned in the thread that the idea of a black costume being turned into a villain came from Todd. So put your disgruntled reporter in a discarded Spider-Man outfit. You couldn't even be bothered to pick a different profession for crying out loud. This is Eric Larson saying this to Michelini. Brock's motivation was so weak that it was ditched in the movie iteration. You didn't create the costume. You didn't create his powers. And now you're belly aching because you have to share credit with a guy who suggested turning a black suit into a villain and helped make Venom wildly popular. Give me a break. Venom became huge despite your efforts. Not because of them. The visual made Venom, and you fought that every step of the way. You put notes in the plots not to make Venom look too monstrous because you claimed fans were more interested in the man beneath the mask. I was scolding for giving Venom a tongue. So pardon me if I don't shed a tear for the poor, mistreated, misunderstood auteur David Michelini. Ooh, guns, shot, and hit. And then Michelini replied, "Oh, you know, Eric, I'm not going to get into a battle of words with you. There's nothing I could possibly say that would change your mind. You're like an ardent Trump follower. Spurn. You won't believe anything that challenges your viewpoint or opinions." Doesn't make me say that with people with any other kind of mainstream following. You won't believe anything. Sorry, I read that part. You've shown many times in the past through posts, interviews, and letters through publication that you won't let little things like facts or the truth sway you from what you want to believe. However, I will point out some of the errors in your misinformation you offer in your post. First, you say that Mike Zeck and Rick Leonardi should get credit for creating a Venom, and they should get credit for designing a new costume for Spider-Man. Actually, wasn't it a fan that created the costume?
I don't know.
I believe it on my wall. I have Marvel Age number 12 in 8.5 CGC. You don't have to grab it.
Okay.
It's available for $130 Canadian. But that's not why I brought it up. Where's I sell it? No, here it is. So I'll show you in the trade for Marvel Heroes Secret Wars with the awesome Alex Ross cover version of the cover one or issue one. There in that Marvel Age, I think somebody wrote in. I know I saw it in here. Where is it? To the back. Here it is. Yeah, well here, okay. Well, there's the issue of Marvel Age. And there's the original black costume. But he had red instead of white. Because they thought they changed it to white because they thought that because the red was bleeding into the black, I believe. I think that's the only reason why they changed that. But I believe someone actually wrote that in. Let me see here. If I could scan this. Maybe I read it somewhere else. But yeah, I don't think it was actually Mike Zeck who actually designed it either. But I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please put it in the comments below. But yeah, so where am I here? Okay, so back to Michelini. You then parody my comments by saying, would Venom exist without Todd? Not the one we know of. True. And please note that I've never, in public or private, said one word against Todd's talents or his contribution to Venom's popularity. But then you say, would Venom exist without David? Not the one we know of. That's not quite accurate. There wouldn't be one we know of because there wouldn't be a Venom at all. Because next you refer to Greg Wright's post where he mentions that Todd said he had been the first to pose the idea of using a symbiote costume for a villain. This is another case of you giving Todd credit for something that wasn't quite his. I don't know the exact date that Todd was assigned to Amazing Spider-Man, but it was very well after my jump to Amazing after writing Web, and his first ASM story appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 298, dated March 1988, with the first appearance of Chance. Okay, here's where the facts come in. Web of Spider-Man 18, dated September 86. There was a sequence where Peter Parker is pushed in front of a subway train, barely escapes and is afterwards thoroughly creeped out because his spider senses did not warn him. That was because the mysterious attacker was wearing a symbiote costume, and it was a teaser sequence to start introducing what would become Venom. The idea of a dangerous foe who didn't trip up the spider senses was the first nugget that got me thinking about the character that became Venom. There's another teaser that occurred in Web in a later issue that I plotted, but someone else scripted. But the important one is issue 18, and that's probably going to be a hot issue now. Because I bet you a lot of people didn't realize that. That's technically like the first appearance of Venom, technically, even if it's just an arm. So yeah, get your copy. I don't have one. I checked. The date on my copy of the plot says I turned it in on May 8th, 86. Now you tell me, how could Todd have been the first one to pose the idea of using the symbiote as a villain if I'd already been developing such a character at least year before he, and me for that matter, were ever assigned to ASM? I'm sure you have the answer since reality doesn't seem to play much in your part of your arguments. And then you berate me for bellyaching about sharing credit with a guy who suggested turning a black suit into a villain. Maybe you should hire some of your fact checkers, someone to fact check your arguments before you post them. And so my Eddie Brock motivation was so weak that it was ditched in the movie iteration. Really? How about it was ditched in the movie iteration? Because in the comics, did you ever actually read any of them? The original motivation was tied directly to Spider-Man, which Sony couldn't use at the time. And if the current buddies angle is something you think is original, and then the silly humor in the latest version was actually funny, well, more power to you. That's it. I give up. I cannot go on. Go ahead and make a snarky crack about that line. I know you want to, but I wouldn't do any good. Your mind is obviously so set that trying to introduce veracity would be like forcing an infant's mouth open to feed it stewed prunes. I actually like the taste of prunes. I just don't like the after effects. So this is for me. I won't waste any more of my time responding to unfounded blathering. I'm not going to take the coward's path by blocking you from this page, so feel free to rant all you want. I've got better things to do. There you have it.
Sounds like they sound like good buds.
Yep. Good old working partners.
Yeah.
So yeah. And so that brings up the other article are saying that originally was a woman. So they show the page here where Spider-Man's or Peter Parker's getting pushed in front of the train. And it's definitely more looks like a woman's arm than a male's arm, wearing a pink jacket too. So there you go.
Pink must signify a woman.
Well,
back in the day.
Back in the day, yes. If a guy wears pink, it's salmon. Right. Now back to the bags and boards. So Moon Knight #1, third printing, as we're saying. You saw the damaged copy. Yeah, I don't know. No, they just it's just a page. The cover's just a page right from the book. There you go. Not much else to say. Have you read this yet? Neither have I. I should.
Yeah, I like Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So I will read it.
I'm excited for the show.
Especially if they get into the multiple personalities.
Now, did you like the actual? You like the multiple personalities, or you just like the actual multiple identities? Like,
multiple.
Like not the crazy part, but like the just having different aliases for different jobs, kind of thing.
Oh, that was in the first series.
Yeah.
Yes.
But later on,
like Loxley and all that.
Yeah, those like mercenary and
the cab driver.
Yeah.
He was the cab driver. Information.
And it wasn't. There was like a Bruce Wayne. Was that just him?
Rich. Yeah. Well, he was wealthy.
Yeah. Playboy kind of.
Batman.
Because his three identities were on the front cover.
Right. Mercenary.
Yeah.
Playboy. Cab driver.
Yeah.
Taxi driver.
Not the De Niro taxi driver. Then Chip Zdarsky, friend of the store now, I could say. He wrote the more of the multiple personality disorder, because I think issue 1 shows the Moon Knight in the straight jacket. I actually like that cover too.
That's the Mark Spector one?
No, this is the one from early 2000s.
Oh yeah, the third one.
The third or fourth one, yeah. Because there's also the other one. Because there's that other character, the Mr. Moon.
Mr. Midnight.
No, it's one of Moon Knight's alter egos.
Oh, okay.
Where he's like has the suit on, but he still has the white mask.
Right, with the little moon symbol on his forehead.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he makes an appearance in here.
He does, actually. He does, yeah. I just saw it back at the end there. Yeah, there he is. This guy. Yeah. Now this one you ordered. So these are spoken for. Look at the cover of this. I like this cover. Just the variant. What was this cover? World of Darkness, Crimson Thaw, Jim Zub. And why did you order this one?
This is the title.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay.
World of Darkness, trying to get that glare out. No, I like that style. It's almost kind of Sienkiewicz, Neil Gaiman, but sloppy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put these off to the side for you. You want to double check them?
So,
Yep. All right. Do we have anyone online? I don't see anyone. No one's chatting anyways. At least none I'm aware of. Hopefully not. All right. Now, the Immortal Hulk has done its run. Here's the one variant by Joe Bennett. I thought it was Joe Kubert, but no, it was Bennett. And Ray Jose. And I had no idea why they did this in the back.
it looks like a 3D kind of thing.
Yeah, weird. So here's the cover noise. Big, thick, square-bound book. Kind of a traditional 90s style comic format there. But all of them like that? No, just this one. Nope, no, a couple of them are like that anyways. Got this weird kind of blurry, out of focus. I don't know. But yeah. I haven't read any of this either. Heard mixed reviews. Why is fold out? Oh, there's a big fold out in the middle. All right, I better not show that because that looks like it's going to be a spoiler. But there's some cool art in that. This is an expensive book too. It's $9 or $10 US. So it's about $12.50, $13 Canadian. This fit in these bags. They're so thick. Why did I take one of the boards out? Barely.
Is that regular size or?
That's current. Yeah. Amir should take a board out. Get some. That's better. So that, like, out of I don't know how many I ordered. I think I ordered like 2 or 3 of each cover.
There must have been variants for that.
There is, yeah.
Like 1 in 10.
I'll show you the other ones, the ones that got damaged, because I think this is the only one that's no. The cover A survived too. Alex Ross one. There's pretty sure that's Alex Ross. Yeah, it's Alex Ross for sure. Cover A. Show you the back. Always like his perspective too. He always had that weird kind of.
Yeah. Looking for good angle.
Yeah. Well, it's all the except for one. You know, open up a pack of bags for one. You know, I'll just keep this one for myself. But yeah, that's all the bag. That's all the books I can bag and board. So, but I'll show you the damaged ones. Just there's a lot of books there. Well, not a lot, but a few, and variant covers as well. Right. So I'll show you the other covers for the Hulk. That's it. Yep. So we got the Foreshadow variant. So I guess this is something that's going to happen in the future. that what they call it? The foreshadow variant. Hulk with some cyber. Get the face out of there. There we go. Actually, kind of cool. Reminds me of a bit like Heavy Metal magazine for some reason.
Mm.
And again, they did that weird blurry effect on the back.
Well, that one's really damaged.
Oh yeah, look at that. You can see from there. It's like it looks like water ripples. It's and here's another. Who did this one? By Crease Lee.
Oh, Crease.
Crease.
With 3 E's.
Yes.
His work is pretty nice.
And Jesus. Albertov. Kind of cool.
The bottom one is crushed.
Oh yeah, no, these are all damaged.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see the crush right there. I'd like to know what this harpy character is about. Looks pretty cool.
Harpies.
Queen of the Harpies.
Not herpes.
Not herpes.
Harpies.
And I also ordered Dark Hawk #1, the second printing. Is this one okay? Oh no. Let's say it looks okay in the front until you get to the back. Smash. Yeah. I don't know what's the big deal with Dark Hawk. He's like an 80s throwaway character. What's next? They're gonna bring out the bloody the new universe characters like Cyforce and
Strike Force
Strike-
Moriarty.
yeah, Strike Force Moriarty. Oh god,
What else is there? Starbrand? Is Starbrand?
something like that. Oh, that new universe crap. You know all those comic collector kits, you know, the mixed bag. I wrapped them in pages, and that's the books I chose with all the new universe ones. This one pissed me off. I got damaged because these are hard to get because there's only 2,500 copies per issue for the first print. And I finally got one. I was like, yay, I'll keep it for myself for #4. But no, it got smashed. Like I might be able to save this one if I find. Oh, I see color break right there. But yeah, it's white #4.
It's fine, it's perfect.
Yeah. Interesting paper. I don't know. It's neat. It's very black, but very gray. Very sharp colors for black and white. Yes, very high contrast. And here's the other cover for that World of Darkness, Crimson Thaw. Looks like, is it a werewolf story?
Yes, there's werewolves.
There's werewolves.
That's why I got it, because it's werewolves.
That's because it's a werewolf. There you go.
And darkness.
And darkness. And that font they use, I think it's a Google Work font, pretty much. And oh yeah, and the great thing. So was it last week or 2 weeks? No, the week with Gun Honey. So was it Gun Honey week? Yes, it was Gun Honey week.
Top corner.
Yes, where I got Kang the Conqueror, and one of them had a big chunk of like sticky glue on the back or something on the front. They get me a replacement, and of course, the replacement got crushed as well. So yeah. And also, my Department of Truth cover A's, which is a really nice cover of all of them. They all had color rubs on the front, like really bad ones. Like you can see them white completely. So they sent me replacements, no color rubs, but all the corners are smashed. The Just Scope variant for Spider-Man 76, corner smashed. I'll show you the cover. And these are from the collector's cards or something like that. Masterpiece, Marvel Masterpiece variants. Maze Book, issue 2. Jeff Lemire's a news story. Apparently, it's a pretty depressing story. Yeah, it's about father who loses his daughter it dies or something like that. But he gets a weird phone call, and it sounds like her, and she has something to do with mazes or something like that. So that's why it's called Maze Book. But yeah,
Interesting. Wow, it was really destroyed.
Yeah. Here's the cover. Similar to cover A, same style. Dark Ages, second printing, #1. Same cover, but do I have the? Or did I put that one away? Yeah. Same cover, but they took all the shadowing in the forefront, so you can see everyone. But yep, these ones. Yep, smash. Yeah, I did. I took them down.
Oh.
And I already showed these ones, cover A and cover B or cover B's. No, yeah. No, they're both cover A's. For these two. Look damaged. So yeah, there we go. 46 minutes. Thanks, Diamond. Well, it is, and this is like disappointment because it's like exactly, yeah, exactly. Like those gun honeys, I had the big line down the back, like all the Adam Hughes ones. I think like two out of the 10 I couldn't get out, but the other ones I could get out through my press, so it's left up there. So, and they're going for like $10 to $12 an issue right now.
Right. And then the other ones they can't replace them.
They can't replace any of them.
No, they can't.
That's especially the and the variants like the 1 in 25. I was able to press most of the crease, but the one had a color break, but the 1 in 10s turned out well. So they weren't too bad. But. And speaking of which, I'm going to do. Is anyone actually on here and watching? No? Okay, so forget it. Otherwise, I would just see if you guys want to
win $3,000 comics.
No. Yeah, so the lucky, the next person to make a comment right now in the next 5 seconds will receive, I don't know, my Amazing Fantasy number 15, first Amadeus show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, sorry. Yes. Anyways, yeah, I'll be doing a Facebook auction, but you have to be a member of the group. So it's the Canadian, Canadian Comic Auctions? I think it's called, or Comic Auctions Canada, something like that. Look for that on there. Be under my own personal name, Alan Thornton. So yeah. Anyways, drink on, rock on.
Read on.
Read on. There you go. There's a new catchphrase there. There you go. Thank you, sir. All right. Cheers, fellas. All right, and ladies.